This summer, settle in and reconnect with one another. South Padre Island has so many great places to stay. Condos, resorts, and hotels. Oh my! Book your summer getaway today. And start making memories poolside with the people you care about most. Visit sopadre.com.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry-standard iCar Academy to get you job-ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Sunny Glen Children's Home has provided a place of hope for every child since 1936. If you'd like more information on Sunny Glen and the services we offer, please visit us at www.sunnyglen.org.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
There's no place like Sherryland ISD returning students need to district work here, learn here, or tuition-based enrollment. Register now. Call 956-584-6408. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
This summer, it's time for mimosas and brunch with the girls. A beachside lunch with the kiddos. Delicious Bayside burgers. And world-famous fried shrimp with a cold one. South Padre Island has your breakfast, lunch, and dinner plans covered. Book your summer getaway today. Visit sopadre.com.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard to another broadcast. We are coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas, Central Catholic High School, the site of this TAPPS 5A Division II Regional Championship. I'm Kevin Naro alongside my broadcasting partner, Coach Jason Starkey. The stage has been set here on a Friday night, November 21st, Coach. Here we go, Regional Championship on the line. The Lutheran South Academy Pioneers will be taking on your Brownsville St. Joseph Academy Bloodhounds.
Yeah, it's a great night for football under the San Antonio lights of hosting school Central Catholic. What a generous host they have been. Thank you so much to administration and people responsible for putting this evening together at this site. This is the site, Kevin, where the Bloodhound season ended last year at this round versus Second Baptist when we fell just short in that 29-14 loss.
So the Bloodhounds will be into the white uniforms as we are getting ready to get things going here from San Antonio when we come back.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From
National anthem underway here at Central Catholic as the Bloodhounds and the Pioneers getting ready to do battle here for the TAPPS 5A D2 Regional Championship. We're going to get the prayer in.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of this evening, for the chance to gather as a community, and for the talents you have given these young athletes. Protect all the players, coaches, officials, and fans here tonight. May this game be played with integrity, honor, and respect. Let our words and our actions reflect your love and your truth. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So the prayer in, the national anthem, and Coach, welcome aboard.
It's an exciting time, Kevin. It's an exciting time. I got to tell you, I was in the locker room about an hour ago as the kids were getting taped. And, you know, I've experienced a lot of beautiful things in life, Kevin, and you know that. But in my opinion, there's no better place than a football locker room around a playoff game. You know, the music was playing and nobody was talking. We were going about the business, getting our ankles taped as athletic trainer Larky and Nava were doing their thing. Man, I'm telling you, these boys are fired up for tonight. They don't want this to be their last game of the year.
Absolutely not. And if you think about it, a year ago around this time, Central Catholic is where the Bloodhounds season ended against Second Baptist. So now the Bloodhounds trying to exercise that Central Catholic demon and pick up a win here. And what's been an improbable season, Coach, this team has been through the ups, they've been through the downs. Not many folks, other than the people that outside of that field house, thought that they would win a district championship. Didn't even sniff the fact that this team could win a playoff game. They go out and do both those things, Coach, in consecutive weeks. And here's a cool stat that it's a very simple math that I told Coach Tino that he didn't realize was that this football team is 4-2 in their last 6 football games. I think they've saved their best football for when it matters most, Coach.
You know, I agree with those statements wholeheartedly. You know, we've been through our ups and downs. We had a very robust non-district schedule. We went through a lot of injuries, but I think we're as healthy as we've been. And as you alluded to, we're playing the best football we've played in this last 6-game stretch. When this team set out in the summer, they wanted to win a district title and advance in the playoffs. And here we sit tonight, and both those boxes and goals have been checked. The question I have, do we want to play for a state semifinal game? And we'll find the answer to that out in about 48 minutes.
Absolutely. And the winner here will play either Second Baptist or the Woodlands. Both those two teams, familiar adversaries for Coach Tino Villarreal and the Bloodhounds. And, Coach, I was able to skip in on practice a couple of times this week. I missed the walkthrough yesterday because I was still home in Brownsville. But, you know, they had such a good week of practice. They started off the week with a very good practice on Monday. They implemented the game plan. And like I said, I just feel like this team is clicking on all cylinders at the right time. And this team has been playing backs against the wall. And you know Coach Tino as well as I do. When his back's against the wall, all the stops come out. The kitchen sink is emptied, and that's when he's most dangerous as a head coach.
You know, I was at walkthroughs last night here in San Antonio, and I saw a crisp, clean, executed Thursday night practice. I thought the kids looked really good. They got up here fresh off a 4.5-hour bus ride. They were executing the game plan. I was texting Tino all week. You know me, I watch a lot of film. Tino, have we thought about this? We thought about that. We should apply this. We should do that. He didn't respond to any of them. And then last night I saw he's got a great plan. And I'm excited to see these kids go out and try to execute it tonight, Kev.
Absolutely. So the Bloodhounds will be in the all-whites. They're going to be going from right to left. They're going to receive the opening kickoff. LSA will be kicking off to start this TAPPS 5A D2 Regional Championship here in the Alamo City. Kevin Naro, Coach Jason Starkey. Let's play some football on a Friday night. And the Pioneers kick it off, and away we go from San Antonio. Mal Vega back to return the kick out to the 20. Vega lowers his shoulder to the 30-yard line, and that's where Gavin Cisneros and the Bloodhound offense will start tonight.
Starting with the ball, Kevin, as you know, in these last 6 games, I believe we've started all 6 of them on the defensive side. So a little bit of shift here. Don't think we won the toss. They elected to defer. So we will not be starting the second half with the ball. We're starting the game with the ball.
So Lutheran South picking up a win last week against San Antonio Christian. Bloodhounds with the football. Cisneros out of the shotgun. Andre Cristiano is the starting running back, and he churns forward for positive yardage.
You know, I think a key tonight is going to be what both teams are capable of doing on first down. I think both teams want to insert their will through the running games on first down, putting themselves in second and medium in advantageous situations.
2nd and 5, so Cristiano picks up 5 yards on the game's first play from scrimmage. Cisneros again to give to Andre. right to the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there from the Pioneer up front.
First blitz from the Pioneers come on the second defensive play. Number 10, Max Saldana, quarterback safety, coming off the edge there.
Both Saldana and Jack Sloan, the junior linebacker / running back, were in on the tackle. Reed Starkey, Javi Garcia, Cesar Zendejas, Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there in San Antonio. I think he was stood up at the line of scrimmage. Good effort by QB1 and the offensive line to move the chains.
Everyone going to school at Lutheran South. First down, Bloodhounds.
Getting in a tight end set here.
First down, St. Joe. Cisneros hands it off again. Cristiano up the right hash.
Now keep in mind, Kevin, as you know and many people watching, these two teams faced off in round one last year.
Yes.
And in round one last year, the Bloodhounds got the better of the Pioneers with a 40-14 victory. They did that in large part by running the football. Over 400 yards rushed in that game.
Bloodhounds sticking to the run game here. 4 receivers set. And the give is to Andre up the right hash. Again, positive yards. And I think if you're Coach Tino, you'll take that 2, 3, 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Now this Pioneer team just got a victory over our district San Antonio Christian team. That was a hard-fought battle. But Sachs had a lot of long drives, 16, 17 play drives. They did that by running the football.
Here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down.
With a methodical game plan like this, it's really going to take some selfless effort by our wide receivers who really enjoyed in games of late getting the ball thrown to them early. I'm going to be paying attention to those that aren't touching the ball and the effort that they're bringing so their team can have success. You hear all those cowbells? It feels like we're at Mississippi State. Boy, they showed up for Pioneer Faithful. Drove all the way over from Houston. The green is here, and you can hear them already.
1st and 10, Cisneros. He'll keep it himself. Bounces to the outside and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the officials. I got to be honest, I didn't see the ball come out. The flag looks like had to have been a hold or a penalty on the Bloodhounds. Couldn't be a better start for the Pioneer team in getting the first takeaway of the game at roughly midfield as the Bloodhound defense is now taking the field and the Pioneer offense is huddled on their respective sideline.
You know, St. Joe had that drive going for them, and so the game's first turnover is a Cisneros fumble. And remember, last time this year, Gavin, the turnover bug bit him.
And tonight, QB1's also free safety one. He's going to be playing both ways.
So now we'll see how LSA will respond.
When I watch film, I love number 33 for the Lutheran South team. That's Cade Griffin. He's a senior middle linebacker and a blue-collar running back. He's going to get a lot of carries tonight, but they also got a really talented sophomore, number 13, Cortez Taylor. They got a great stable of horses, if you will, in this green team.
So Reed Jeffrey, the junior, is the starting quarterback for LSA. It is 2nd down for Pioneer. That pass flips to the outside. That's complete. Gamorlinga brings him down at the 40-yard line.
Who's that, number 14?
Ezra Lozano.
Number 14's Braden, and I can't pronounce Braden's last name.
When I was looking at the roster this week, I saw that, and I said, Coach Starkey's going to ask. Come on, Coach, that's an easy one.
Yeah, you're going to go ahead and say that for me.
Arsenault.
Arsenault.
It's Cajun.
Well, we got a Cajun reception already in the second play of the game. 14 does a lot of good work, but I tell you, in my humble opinion, the best athlete on this field wears number 2, and he's in green and white. That young man's name's Braden, and he's a senior wide receiver.
All right, under 8 minutes to go. First down, standing over the middle. That pass is complete. Makes a man miss out to the 30-yard line. Sharir Sandler makes the catch.
Talking with one of the defensive coordinators this morning in the hotel gym, Coach Soto, we had concerns about the drag over the middle of the field late. If we're going to give him that much time in the pocket, that's an area on the field that we got to do a better job with the defensive backs and our coverage. A lot of that is going to be up to our middle linebacker, Lozano.
Handoff, this one right up the middle. Ooh, a good tackle up front. He was down, and yes, St.
He was
Joe.
down. I didn't see if that was a trip, but definitely he tripped. No flags on the field. Look, I want to take this moment to talk about what I think one of the best units on this field for both teams is, and that's the Pioneer offensive line. This is a unit that has gotten so much better from last year's game in the first round. They are big. They outweigh the Bloodhounds' defensive line by an average of 65 pounds. Their bookend tackles are respectively 6'6", 305 and 6'3", 275. They can move bodies.
That'll be a challenge up front. So Jeffrey, orchestrating this drive, has time all day to throw over the top, and that's incomplete.
It's a good job by the defensive line getting no pressure, but when that ball was released, able to get a hand up. Nothing that frustrates an offensive lineman more than executing your block at the line of scrimmage only to have it batted down by a blocked defensive lineman, which is what happened there to set up this 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 is correct. So the Bloodhounds defense looking to come up for the stop. Otherwise, this team is in 4-down territory already. Looking back to pass. Quick out route to Arsenault. He picks up the 1st down and then some. Santi Cavazos and Camorlinga there to make the tackle.
I really like the composure of this quarterback for the Pioneers. Reed Jeffrey, I believe, number 9. This is his first start at that position all year long, man. They had a quarterback in number 12 that was doing amazing things for him. Unfortunately, had an AC sprain, talking to the coach and the young man before this game. Shout out to that boy. He plays great football. He's a senior. And I told him, man, I saw your film. You haven't played your last football game. But 9, he's doing really good so far tonight.
He'll keep it himself, and he'll go right up the middle, and the turnover just about resulted into an LSA touchdown.
And right on cue, watching film, I know they loved running number 12. I was wondering if they felt comfortable running with 9 as well. Clearly they do. That's one of their favorite plays. They get their running backs going, and then off that running back action, they're going to do their own quarterback counters.
Braden Robinson is another big name in this offense.
They like to get in this tee, They'll get in this tee, and they're going to try to hand it off to 13 or 2.
And 2 takes it, and he'll walk the dog in for the LSA touchdown. So the turnover comes back to bite St. Joe. LSA turns it into points.
Yeah, when you're playing at this level, at this round, at this time of year, you've got to take care of the football and eliminate mental errors. Unfortunately for us, one of our best players, gave the ball up, and they did a great job of capitalizing on that takeaway.
So the extra point is on the way. Snaps there. The extra point is up.
A lot of penetration through the middle of that field goal team. There's an opportunity for St. Joseph Academy possibly to come up with a block. I know they like middle block. Reed Starkey was able to break through the offensive line there. I'll be keeping my eye on that as we continue to hopefully see some touchdowns and field goal attempts. Might be able to come up with one there.
7-0 LSA when we come back.
Step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years. Leave the hiring.
Welcome back. Central Catholic High School in San Antonio, Texas. Kevin Narl alongside Coach Jason Starkey. Special thank you to always Coach Enrico opening the doors to us.
Nobody's better. Nobody's better. He is a good friend of this program, ran a great program here for years. Such a generous host. Thank you so much, Central Catholic.
Absolutely. It's home away from home if you're the Bloodhounds. A couple of years ago, the soccer team ran a walkthrough practice here on their way up to state. So, and of course, the girls that are here, I said, hey, you recognize that school over to the left? Oh, yeah, that's Providence, right. So Providence High School just across the street, home of the Pro Vets, where we played volleyball, Reggie, just a couple of weeks ago. So the Bloodhounds will have their second drive. The first drive, smooth sailing up until the Cisneros fumble. LSA flipped that into a Robinson touchdown from the 2-yard line. 7-0, 5:27, first quarter. St. Joe's second possession. Here we go. Cisneros takes the snap. Again, he'll hand it off to Cristiano. And he'll pick up 3, maybe 4. So, again, just sticking to that run game.
I like that, and I like that Tino didn't panic here. Coach Villarreal knows as well as anybody there's a lot of football left to play. It's unfortunate we had the first turnover, but stick to the game plan. There's a lot of football left to play, and he's got a lot of plays done. I'm telling you, Kevin. He'll eventually get into that playbook, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
4 receivers. Solesi is the slot along with Tunde. He's the slot to the right.
Little bit of yardage there, got a couple, going to be in third and about 4. Great block by Reed Starkey there, leading the way for Andre Cristiano. Those two young men found each other at St. Mary's Elementary School at the age of 3. The Cristiano's been a dear friend to the Starkey family for that amount of time. I told Andre one thing before the game, play like a Cristiano tonight. They got a lot of pride in that house. Everyone has graduated from St. Joseph Academy, and everyone goes on to be a Texas Longhorn, as Andre will one day.
Third down. They pitch it to the right, and Mauricio Vega picks up the Bloodhound first down.
I like the movement I see at the point of attack. You know, I believe there's a big disadvantage when we're on defense at the line of scrimmage. But what I'm seeing is this offensive line's really come to play for the Bloodhounds. There's some real talented defensive linemen on this Pioneer team, starting with number 80, Hank Hughes.
The whip, the motion man is Escamilla. Quick screen. Esse will take it, trying to catch that corner out to the 40-yard line, and he'll get shoved out of bounds by Noah Harris.
Getting someone else a touch, stretching the field horizontally, making the defense run, keeping them honest. So far, Coach Villarreal, you feel like he's kind of in a zone right now with his play calls. And I like how methodical we are. We don't want them to have the ball, trust me.
Right. So check this out. This is something that you can keep an eye on. Izzy Cano is going to be lined up at the tight end position. A heavy set here for St. Joe. Actually, they go with a 2 tight end set. Mau Vega.
Here's our first mental error of the game, Kevin. Now, I saw this as a point of emphasis in last night's practice. There's a lot of hard counts, if you will. Now, we're a quarterback clap kind of cadence, but we're doing multiple claps, trying to give our offensive line every bit of an advantage as we can. But if we can't stay on side, then you better believe the coach is going to lose his confidence in calling those hard count snap counts.
Now Vega lined up at receiver at the bottom of your screen. Gavin will keep it himself, picks up a block from Izzy, and then Gavin cuts it back up to about the 44, 43-yard line.
3rd and 3 is what we're going to be looking at. Great run by Gavin. Both hands on the ball, learning from his previous mistake. As Mauricio Vega comes off the field, our receivers are Tunde, Izzy, Luis, and Esse. Running back Andre Cristiano with QB1, Gavin Cisneros.
3rd and 3. And Cristiano picks up the Bloodhound first down right at the stick. So, again, this drive, Coach, mirroring that opening drive where St. Joe is just methodically 2-3 yards, slowly moving right down the field. Kind of looks like a money stumble offense, if you say.
A lot of similarities, and there's a reason for it. As you get this deep in the playoffs, trust me, there's a lot of athletes on that other team, and we want to keep the ball out of their hands as long as we can.
This time the LSA defense bottles up Cristiano. Nothing doing there. Like you mentioned earlier, Hank Hughes is the first man.
Hank Hughes was recently recognized as one of the state's top defensive ends for this District 2 TAPPS division of football. He not only makes the tackle, he blew up the pulling guard and put his team in the best position to be successful, and then also made the tackle on top of it. Great play by that young man. This is what either offense doesn't really want, especially the Bloodhounds. We don't like second and long. We got to win on first down. You heard me say that this year. We find ourselves there now.
They'll wave the motion man, Escamilla. And again, they'll stick to Cristiano on the ground, gets it into Pioneer territory.
From what I can see, that young man's doing exactly what Coach Starkey asked him in the locker room. He's playing like a Cristiano. His pads are down. His legs are moving. He's bringing those hips God blessed him with, trying to get everything he can out of every single carry he's being given. He's a senior. Got a lot of seniors out there who don't want this to be the last game. One more week is what we're talking about.
14 seniors for the Bloodhounds. 3rd and 7. Vega again is going to line up in the slot. So Leslie lined up at the bottom of your screen. Gavin steps back to pass, steps up, fires over the top, overshoots his man. He had Izzy Cano, and QB1, Coach, you know he wants that one back.
Yeah, a little high on the release there. That's what an amped up throw looks like. We're at midfield. It's 4th and 7. Looks like the punt team's coming out. I like this kind of discipline by Coach Villarreal. He's known for going for it on 4th down, but you got to be calculated with the analytics around when you do it, what field position it is, what time of the game, and how many yards you got to pick up. Really important coverage. They got 2 extremely great athletes back to receive this, starting with number 2. Who we kick the ball to? Nope, out of bounds. Well executed. We don't want 2 returning any of them tonight.
LSA will get the football back. 42 seconds left when he come back.
Guru. We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
At Marine Military Academy, we educate those who dare to achieve.
Welcome back. Pioneers with their second drive. It's a run to the left.
It's a stretch play to the left with some jet motion, eye candy to number 2, Braden going opposite the play. Didn't see that one a lot on film. That's something they put in, I think, this week. Got them, a favorable yardage first down play. Now, I've seen them take shots in 2nd and medium. I don't know if 2nd and 7 will constitute them throwing it deep, but when they get to 2nd and 5, that's when they're going to try to stretch the ball and push it down the field.
It's 7-0 LSA. And he looks back to pass, all day to throw. Fires it right over the top to the 40, to the 39-yard line, 41-yard line, excuse me.
They're sitting down in that zone. That's that middle of the field. They release the back to the boundary, and what that does is expands the outside linebacker, and then it creates a huge space for the middle linebacker to cover.
We've played 1 quarter here in San Antonio. We head to the second. LSA leading St. Joe 7-0 when we come back.
Those eager to control their future before it controls them. Those who can follow a path so they can eventually make their own. Those ready to join in order to stand out. Welcome to MMA, forging tomorrow's leaders.
Welcome back as we start the second quarter here in San Antonio. LSA now with the football for the second time, and breaking a tackle, carrying it forward, is Cortez Taylor.
I tell you, watching this young man play football is really something special. He's only a sophomore, but he's got the talent and the swagger of a senior. He's going to do special things for the Pioneers in the future. He's got 2 more years after this season. I see a big ceiling for that young man.
So back comes LSA.
Alert the shot.
They'll hand it off again on the stretch run. Robinson lowers his shoulder to the 45-yard line. Now you're seeing QB1 step in and play a little defensive back.
Yeah, we don't want to see safety making a lot of tackles in the running play, and we especially don't want to see that happen in 6 and 7 yards down the field. The reason that happened is, unfortunately, at the outside linebacker position, we got hooked. And you get hooked at the outside linebacker position, you can't set the edge. And remember, about 6 weeks ago, we had real difficult times setting the edge on the outside runs. Good tackle there by Reed Starkey and John Aguilar. Stopping the ball carrier for a 3-yard gain.
55, John Aguilar. Second and 8.
Picks up 2 on that carry, so 2nd and 8 coming up for LSA.
They won on first down. Let's see if we can stop them on 2nd down.
Jeffrey drops back to pass. Here comes Aguilar, steps up in the pocket, puts it right in the breadbasket of Robinson, and he's got a 1st down and more.
All of their completions have been right between the tackles, about 10 yards down the field. Middle of the field pass defense is what we need to improve. Good pressure there by John Aguilar. When you break through that big offensive line, I'd like to see him break down a little bit. Maybe get your hands up and try to confuse the quarterback for the Pioneer offense.
So LSA on the move after that big play to Robinson. Jeffrey again hands it off.
Great job by JJ.
Right to the 25-yard line. Not much doing there. Cortez Taylor.
Good job by Axel Gonzalez, too. They moved him around in the last couple weeks. He's found himself moved from D tackle of last week to defensive end this week. I don't know how big Axel is, but I know the guy across from him, 6'6", 305 pounds. Axel did a good job of holding his ground right there, giving his teammate JJ an opportunity to come in and make the tackle.
3 receivers to the right for LSA. They're going to go 5 wide. Zips this one, a quick curl route. That's complete. Lowering his shoulder and looking for the contact is Kyrie Sandler.
You see a lot of concern by the Bloodhound defense about number 2. Andre did a good job of manning him up, but we had a lot of space between our nearest defender, which happened to be Mauricio Vega at the safety position, and their R2 out of that trips formation. R2 was the one that just executed a stop route there for the 1st down. Stop routes are only 5-yard routes, Kevin. So he runs 5 yards down the field, he turns around, he looks at his quarterback, gives him a diamond hands, and when you're 7 yards removed from the closest defender, you're probably getting the ball, which he did there. Good job by that quarterback, find the open receiver.
Waving the motion man. He'll line up as a sniffer. And he breaks a tackle, and he dashes his way into the end zone for the LSA touchdown. Cortez Taylor makes it 13-0.
What a difference a year makes. You know, last year the Bloodhounds ran all over this team in a really lopsided victory, 40-14, but a big credit to Coach Meekins. Boy, he's really got this team playing at a high level. They really challenged to win their district.
The extra points is up, and it's good.
Impressive victory over Second Baptist in district play. Almost beat Woodlands, who won that district. This is a great football team the Bloodhounds are playing tonight.
Time out on the field when we come back from San Antonio.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
So after the touchdown from LSA, it's a 14-0 score. And LSA will kick this one off, and it'll sail out of the back of the end zone. For the touchback, Coach, I know it's early, but is this drive here, is it a must score?
Absolutely. I mean, we got to get some points.
Or at the least, give your defense a break.
But keep in mind, a lot of our defense plays offense too. And they've got some two-way players as well. Number 33 plays two ways. Number 2 plays two ways. And they got some others that will spot play on both sides. But, yeah, it's going to be about executing drives and finishing in the end zone at this point.
Back under center is Cisneros.
Just a little dive play up the middle. Again, this play sets up another play that Tino likes.
Brought down by number 33, Griffin and others.
Big shout out to the Bloodhound coaching staff. It's really a staff made up about 5 to 7 volunteers and then Coach Villarreal. They've done an exceptional job this year with this team.
2nd and 7. Vega will come in motion. He'll take the handoff left side.
That's a sophomore for the Bloodhounds that everybody can be excited about, a bright future. That young man plays on both sides as a sophomore. Really proud of the way Mauricio has grown up in the offense and defense this year for the Bloodhounds.
It's going to be 4th and 1 coming up.
Probably going to be a must-go-for-it situation. The defense for the Bloodhounds not really giving the coach any signs of being able to stop this explosive and physical offense. As the Pioneer fan base rises to their feet with their cowbells, they realize the magnitude of this moment already with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. Probably going to let it tick down and call a timeout to talk to his team to get the right play at the right time. As Coach Meekins brings one of his big offensive linemen over to his side, you better believe there'll be a substitution on that defensive line, getting the big boys in the game to try to stop any running attempt for this 4th down conversion.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one up here when we come back.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
Welcome back.
As expected, they rotated in. Their nose tackle is now their offensive lineman, Zach Johnson. He's that 6'3", 278-pound guy they like to bring in. They also like to bring in the junior, Antonio Castillo.
4th and short coming up for St. Joe, the tush push. And did he get it? It's going to be close, Coach.
For number 15, Cisneros.
They brought in that nose tackle to stop this play that they've seen us run before. And they actually did. Credit to Coach Meekins, substituting the right person at the right time to stop the play that the Bloodhounds have grown accustomed to always going to the well for. The old Bloodhound tush push unfortunately fell just a few inches short there on that huge 4th down play. Now we find ourselves defensively giving them great field position with 7 minutes left in the first half, and they get the ball to start the second half.
Right, so this game could really flip upside down in favor of LSA. You had St. Joe on their opening drive. Since Nettles fumbles, LSA turns it into a touchdown. St. Joe punts. LSA turns that into their second touchdown, and now a turnover on downs in their own territory. Short field for the Pioneers. They'll keep it himself, and Reed Starkey there to make the tackle.
Tackle for a loss by Reed Starkey. It's a tough call in this game, Kevin, when your heart's on the field. I speak for all senior parents watching a must-win game or the whole thing's over. And for most of these players, they'll never put a helmet on again. And that's a tough realization as a dad, as a parent, as a family that's fostered a house that plays this game for so many years. It all comes down to one night and a couple quarters.
Absolutely. 4 receivers set for LSA. Dropping back to pass is Jeffrey. All day to throw. Zips that one nearly picked after the incompletion. Santi Cavazos was there as they were looking for Arsenault.
Thanks to the tackle for loss or tackle for no gain and incomplete pass, the Bloodhounds find themselves in 3rd and long. A stop here would go a long way for shifting a little bit of momentum back over into that St. Joseph Academy sideline.
A stop or even a turnover.
I'd take a stop at this point. I'd take either. I'm not going to be greedy, though.
6.5 left here in this first half. LSA, their 3rd drive of the night.
They got number 2 at the R2 position.
Jeffrey
runs to the middle of the field again.
All day to throw. Throws the stiff arm to the 30-yard line. So, Coach, there's no pressure up front. You talked about how big this offensive line is, and right now they're winning that battle up front.
Yeah, and that's something that we knew was going to happen unless we did stunts, timely stunts, and appropriate blitzes in great situations. Now, I think what the coaches over there on the other side of this press box are saying for the Pioneers is we had our best player wide open in the middle of the field again. Again, we've got to do a better job of defending 10-yard deeps in the middle of the field. They're going for it on 4th and 5. Stop routes maybe.
4th down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't expect this to happen often, but sometimes the ball bounces in your way after a crucial turnover on downs in the wrong part of the field for the Bloodhounds. They find themselves very fortunate to have the ball back with no additional points on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. So that is a big stop there for the Bloodhounds. Now let's see if the offense can generate something here. Just under 6 minutes here in the first half, 14-0. Pioneers with the lead since Netos flips that out to Cristiano on the catch to the 30-yard line, up to the 35.
I like getting the ball in that young man's hands out in perimeter. We have some more favorable matchups when it comes to tackling him. He's a squatty body in Andre Cristiano. Great play call by Tino Villarreal on 1st down to get us in a second and favorable situation.
Cisneros rolling to his right, looking downfield, fires, hits Tunde. Now there is a flag, Coach.
Don't know where it was thrown. What part of the field's it on, Kevin?
On the near side on the 40.
Usually that's defensive pass interference or holding. I don't see the flag still. You sure there's one? Must have declined it. Must have been on the defense. Opening up the playbook a little bit on the Bloodhounds offense. Great catch by Tunde. As the official, there it goes, motions to reset the play clock. Play resumes, Kev.
3 receivers to the left, Cisneros. The give to Andre. Picks up a couple.
I got to tell you, knowing our offensive line the way I know them, really proud of the attitude that they're blocking right now. They're falling forward, not backwards. There's not very many stalemates at the line of scrimmage.
Flips it out to Cristiano, makes the catch. And lunges forward.
Yeah, I'd like to see Andre not stop every time he catches that ball out there. He needs to understand the type of body God has given him. Catching that ball and immediately going upfield to get a yard, break a tackle to get more. That's really what we want to see out of him. He's doing a lot of good things in this first half, but we got to continue to fight if we want to climb our way back into this game.
Third down for St. Joe. Quick screen to Izicano. He makes the catch. First down and more for Izicano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense for the Bloodhounds, and it's to number 11.
Well, that'll give a little hope to the Bloodhound team as a whole, and I like seeing Tino Virral open up the playbook gradually tonight. He's not getting nervous. He's not trying to shoot the ball in too many compromised places on the field. We're really doing good things because our ability to run the football on first down.
Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again Cisneros pull the rabbit out of the hat, and that time, Coach, maybe just trying a little too much there.
Can't be hard on that young man because he's kept us in every game we've been in. He's won most of the games we've won. Nobody's more disappointed than Gavin Cisneros. Hopefully we can do something special on defense to maybe get the ball back or get another stop. Sometimes in this game the ball just doesn't bounce in your way, and for you young people watching that want to play this game, don't make a bad situation worse. He was lucky to recover that fumble.
So LSA will take back over. Big hole up the right side. Cade Griffith with a violent run for LSA.
Yeah, Cade Griffin is a tough guy to tackle when he gets his shoulder pads pointed down the field. A couple rotations coming in at the defensive line as Reed Starkey comes out for his first breather of the game. You know, there's certain players like my son that never come off the field, so he's getting a quick break right now. Pablo Escobar is coming in for some very important minutes.
Bouncing it to the outside again. Cisneros, one of the Bloodhounds there along with Gamorlinga.
Great job of stretching that play from the defensive line. You know, anytime you have a talented physical running back like you do in Cade, you want him running laterally. You don't want to run him down the field. We already saw what can happen when he breaks through that line of scrimmage with his shoulder pad square. So the more we can stretch those type runs to the sideline, the better opportunity we have to make some tackles for little gain.
Looks like a busted play. They're going to turn nothing into something. And again, Jeffrey with positive yardage there for the Pioneers.
You know, they did something I haven't seen them do a lot on an offensive line as they pulled that big left tackle, Antonio Castillo. They really like using the wing back to go pull around and lead the play, but that time the big boy did and did a good job.
4 receivers for LSA. And they'll stick to the ground game. Bouncing loose into Bloodhound territory, a flag.
Got a flag in the backfield, usually is where holding's going to be called. Great vision by Cade Griffin. The initial play where it was designed to go was clogged up, but he found the hole to his left, and unfortunately we couldn't fill that hole with the safety. You don't want to be a safety flat-footed waiting on a guy that size to run to you. You've got to close the distance. It's one of the scariest things to do in this game. But when you see a gap, you've got to fill it and trust that you're going to be in the right place at the right time when the ball carrier shows up.
The clock continuing to wind down. 2.5 left here in the first half.
First down in San Antonio.
And Robinson with a tough run there.
Again, they haven't got the ball to Braden that often, but in my opinion, this is one of the best athletes on the field. Some of the kids were asking me if he's anything like Claudio Torres, the great number 84 from last year's St. Joseph team. With all due respect to Braden, I got to tip my hat to Claudio because at this time last year, Claudio had 40 touchdowns. Braden only has 6.
Absolutely. Time out on the field when we come back.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
South Padre Island. Enjoy endless activities for all ages. Then dance the night away with live music, savor fresh seafood, and discover unique food trucks and shop our charming boutique.
Welcome back. Second and 2 coming up for LSA. Steps up, deep ball. Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA, it's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Number 9 delivers an accurate ball with some anticipation, hitting their best player in stride for another touchdown. Now both teams have possessed the ball 4 times in this fast first half. Obviously the Pioneers have found pay dirt 3 of those times, turning over on downs only once, where the Bloodhounds have committed 2 turnovers and 1 turnover on downs. As lopsided as it might feel, the Bloodhounds really offensively are taking themselves out of this game.
Low snap, but the extra point is good. 21-0 when we come back.
Day at South Padre Island.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. You're smart, hip, and affordable.
That'll be a touchback. So that's where the Bloodhounds will try and get their offense going. They got a steep hill in front of them.
Curious to see if we implement some tempo here. We've been very methodical, which was working well for us because, again, to reiterate, 2 turnovers, 1 turnover on down on a very highly contested, close, short yardage tush push. You know, the Bloodhounds have really taken themselves out of this game. Let's see if some tempo kind of wakes them up and gets them focused.
Turnovers aren't going to win you football games in the postseason, and it's almost as if that turnover bug, again, is biting St. Joe right here at Central Catholic the way they did a year ago. That pass complete to Cano over at the 30-yard line.
He tried to get out of bounds but was unable to. 1:40 left on the clock, play clock, and it's ticking. You know, the psychology of sport, you know, I don't see the sense of urgency right now that I'd like to see in the Bloodhounds.
Cincinnati's out in the flat to Cristiano, shakes off one man and gets shoved out of bounds.
Got out of bounds that time to stop the clock, but now there's 1:17, and it's 3rd down and about 6, maybe 5.
At the Bloodhound 30-yard line. 3rd and 5.
So it's 3rd and 5 for St. Joe.
It's a dangerous game we're playing here because if we aren't successful with getting the first down and moving the sticks, we give the ball back to this explosive offense right before the half.
3rd and 5 at their own 29-yard line. Cincinnati's has all day to throw. Looks for Escamilla, and he drops the football. Even if he catches it, I don't think he's going to get the first down.
As the punt team runs on, got to feel like the game's already slipping away. and the first half isn't even ended yet. I would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer, and they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's a tough sequence of events for Escamilla, going from dropping a ball where he'd probably invariably been tackled to punting it into the unblocked man off the edge.
Noah Harris blocked that punt.
And unfortunately, I think everybody in white just felt like because San Antonio Christian gave them such a game. They led most of that game last week, and a lot of players came up. They had a good week of practice, and they were focused. But you got to believe in the back of their mind, they're thinking the old thought that, well, that team that only beat us by 1 darn near beat them last week. But unfortunately, you come in thinking like that, you're going to have halves like this. Go back to their Wildcat as a flag is thrown. Looks like a legal procedure on the Pioneer team. A little antsy to execute that play. Plenty of time left for them. But it is going to back them up 5 yards. They got number 2 at quarterback. The best way you can get your best player of the ball is just snap it to him, Kevin.
After the mark off, ball will be placed at the 7-yard line. It is still first and goal.
Pioneers line up to snap, fake the handoff, quarterback up the middle, stacked up at the line of scrimmage. But looks like gained enough for another Pioneer touchdown. Sometimes my play-by-play call guy has to be the producer, and that was one of those times.
Extra point away from making it 28-0 LSA.
4-possession game with the team that's ahead set to receive the ball in the second half.
Extra point is up, and it's good. And after the blocked punt, that set up LSA to the 2-yard line. 28-0 LSA when we come back.
Brownsville, Texas.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
Welcome back. Second half approaching, 53 seconds away. That is a touchback into the back of the end zone. So when it rains, it pours for St. Joe. Opening drive for the Bloodhounds. They fumbled it away. That resulted in a Pioneers touchdown. St. Joe followed that up with a punt. Touchdown LSA, followed up by the turnover on downs on 4th and short. And the Gavin interception that led to the 21-0 lead, and then the blocked punt gave way for the touchdown and a 28-0 LSA lead. Final minute of the second quarter. Cisneros steps up, still on his feet, and Gavin gets brought down.
In College Station last week, those boys from A&M found themselves down 27 points in the second half, and they were able to battle back with a lot of internal fortitude. And how you do that is there's no play out there that's going to score 28. You've got to execute one play at a time. You've got to you got to see small like a sniper and just execute your job on the play that's called and try to fight back in one play at a time, one drive at a time.
Timeout taken on the field, timeout up here.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
Welcome back. It's 28-0, 45 seconds left in the first half. Four receivers for the Bloodhounds. Second down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking their best player. It's a difficult task for the young receiver, Luis Solesi. Got his hands on the ball, almost came up with an incredible catch. Clock stops, 3rd and long.
Third down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Well, it's nice to see the Bloodhounds moving the sticks again. They still have, I believe, their full complement of timeouts, maybe only 2. I think we just called a timeout. 32 seconds left on the play clock as it has stopped because the ball carrier went out of bounds.
Flip it to Andre, cross the 40, 45, 50.
I think the Bloodhounds have found something in their perimeter passing game, that quick passing game. It nullifies any blitzes or pass rushing. But honestly, as a whole, the offensive line for the Bloodhounds has done a good job of protecting Gavin. Good positive play there that stops the clock at 24 seconds on the play clock. Or game clock, forgive me, as the play clock ticks down and is at 18 currently, and the Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a flag there for taunting. You just don't want to stand over a player after you hit him. So the flag came in from the back judge. I don't think there was any verbal exchange, but just the posture in itself, with the game kind of out of hand, I think constitutes the flag. It's going to advance the Bloodhounds another 15 yards. Puts them in field goal position with our talented field goal kicker in S.S. Camilla, but I promise you, no one on that Bloodhound sidelines thinking about 3 points. They'd really like to get 7 before we go into half.
Right, so that's 15 yards plus.
Also stops the clock. The young man tackled the ball carrier inbounds, but then committed a mental error, stopped the clock, and advanced the offense 15 extra yards. 17 on the game clock.
17 seconds left in the first half, and now a false start.
There was a movement on the defensive line, but got back in time, and then a receiver took off early. You never want to see receivers leave before the ball snapped. It's one of the most frustrating penalties in sport, if you ask me. No reason they should go anywhere until that ball moves back into the hands of the QB1.
Cisneros has time, zips it, deep ball, and incomplete. They're looking for the offensive interference, but I'm not sure if it was even catchable.
I don't think it was catchable, but it was definitely offensive interference. He more than pushed off. And again, I see Gavin throwing at their best athlete in number 2. I'd stay as far away from Braden Robinson as I can. as the Pioneer faithful cheers or jeers their sigh of disapproval. And they've got a case there, but we're still in 2nd and 15.
Cisneros to his right. Looking
Great protection.
downfield for Cano. Makes the catch. Izzy breaks loose. A flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds and then did not. He came in. He was the first person to touch the ball. That's why you saw the official throw his hat first to signify he went out of bounds, and threw the flag second when he was the first person to touch the ball. Look for this penalty to be on the Bloodhounds and back them up.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
Officials doing a good job, and yet another mental error by the Bloodhounds in a game against an opponent where you can't have any. I think the Pioneer faithful's tipping their hat now as the officials, which I think are having a good night tonight, calling a pretty fair game. Definitely probably missed one on the pushing off by the Bloodhound receiver in the play that preceded. As the crew explains the options to head coach for the Pioneers, Coach Meekins, he'll make a decision. Really no decision to make at all. Legal man downfield was also another call. Illegal touching was declined. I think they're accepting the illegal man downfield. Regardless, it's backing the Bloodhound offense up. 1 second left on the game clock, so this will be the last play, Kevin, of the half.
Stay tuned for some first half highlights. It's been all LSA in this first half.
I was going to say, we're going to call them highlights or lowlights.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Trips right for St. Joe.
To the boundary. So look for some crossing patterns here with maybe a vertical wheel route. They got Braden playing center field. Good alignment by the Pioneer defense.
Cisneros.
Holding call, regardless.
Fires it. Not going to matter. It's going to be a hold. We're going to go to the half, and it's going to be 28-0 LSA.
It's tough when you get pancaked by a defensive lineman and you still get the holding call thrown on you. It's been one of those halves.
Been one of those halves. 28-0 LSA when we come back.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
Standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
This summer, it's time to go outside and get some air. Explore a pirate ship. Or go horseback riding on the beach. And you can't forget about all the fun on the bay. South Padre Island has so much to do for the whole family. Book your summer getaway today. Visit SoPadre.com.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs. Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. I've come a long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the
down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Connell down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football. Picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA, it's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down. And he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the
down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Connell down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA, it's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
Third down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. Third and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the.
Down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. Second down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
Third down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. Third and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the.
Down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. Second down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
Third down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the
down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer, and they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the
down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer, and they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself. And he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the.
Down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano. Went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself. And he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the.
Down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
Dishes that one to Gano, who takes a big hit.
Going to get a full.
Izzy breaks loose, a flag to the pylon.
What you're going to see there is an undisciplined route, unfortunately, by the Bloodhound receiver, Izzy Cano, went out of bounds.
Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, your starting offensive line. Cisneros will keep it himself, and he gets it right to the sticks. It's going to depend on the forward progress, Coach. I think that's going to be enough for a Bloodhound first down.
Looks like a favorable spot there. And
here we go. 3rd and short. And again, Cristiano buries forward for a Bloodhound first down. Keep it himself, bounces to the outside, and tackled from behind. That's Cade Griffith, a familiar name.
Late flag came in, and it looks like a turnover is called by the
down, steps up, flips it, incomplete. St. Joe defense comes up with a stop of their own.
Well, I got to tell you, I didn't
catch. First down and more for Izzy Cano down the sideline to the 10-yard line. First big play on offense. Cisneros to his right, fumbled the football, picks it up, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off. We've seen time and time again. Ball Robinson makes the catch. Touchdown LSA. It's 20-0.
Crossing route with just enough time. Would anticipate another punt that goes out of bounds, not letting either one of these talented Pioneer returners touch the ball. Good snap by Reed.
Oh, the punt is blocked by Pioneer. And they pick it up, and they're going to take it down to the 2-yard line. Second down coming up. Cisneros drops back. Deep ball looking for Solesi, and at the 50-yard line, it's incomplete.
Yeah, attacking.
3rd down, Cisneros will keep it himself, and Gavin will pick up a first down, and he gets hit out of bounds.
Bloodhounds line up for another play.
That becomes a hit. And that's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
This summer, settle in and reconnect with one another. South Padre Island has so many great places to.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half here in San Antonio. The Bloodhounds looking to mount a second half comeback, down 28-0. Kevin Naro alongside Coach Jason Starkey.
I would expect some sort of an onside kick here. Can you hear me okay, Kev?
I got you.
Always never know if this mic is turned correctly or not. Yeah, they practiced several of them there. We got better volume. Last night, I would expect one of them to come here.
And there it is, the onside kick, but LSA recovers.
Didn't make it 10 yards. You know, that type of an onside kick we haven't done before. It would have been better served in a moment where we weren't in an obvious onside kicking situation. Got to first start getting it 10 yards and couldn't execute that, so obviously we couldn't come up with the recovery. You know, in situations like this, Kevin, you know, what you want to see in the locker room is just a bunch of kids that care, you know, and they poured their heart and soul into a program for these seniors, you know, well over 4 years, some of them 6 because they started 7th grade. You know, I got to be honest, in the locker room, you could tell that some of them definitely had that desire to go out there and play some pride for their family, but some of them were obviously thinking about the next sport, and that was disheartening.
Ball at the 50. Handed off right side.
Great physical tackle there by Mauricio Vega and Lozano, Ezra. Just a really difficult job of the defensive lineman getting off those big offensive lineman blocks. Look for him to take a shot here, although with the score the way it is, maybe just continue with that running game.
That was Griffith, his first carry of the second half.
like to see more stunting by the defensive line, more maybe pressures and slanting by the defense for the Bloodhounds.
Griffith again takes the handoff. It's a first down and more.
As I watched film, I just knew that this invariably would be happening if we just try to sit up and place our base defense, which is all we're doing. When you're outweighed by 65 pounds, if you just let your little kids stand across from the big kids and try to punch them and stand their ground, it's not going to fare well for you. So hopefully the defensive coordinators in Stumbaugh and Soto will see that, adjust, start doing some TEs or ETs or slanting all four of the linemen, because the fact of the matter is when you watch this film, when they get into this running offense, they're pretty methodical and they're pretty predictable, quite honestly. Like, for example, I would anticipate them handing the ball to 33 and running over the right side of their offensive line.
Two receivers to the right. They got a sniffer. That's Robinson, the motion man. And they'll hand it off again to Griffith, his third straight tote.
Which if I'm only watching film part-time and I know the play that's coming, I know our coaching staff does too. So what you would want to do there is slant to where you think the play's coming, bring pressure off the edge from backside to run it down as it gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. They did a lot of this against Sachs as they were trying to run out the game. Look for the quarterback to get possibly going here.
Second down, and Griffith again takes the handoff left side, picks up 2, maybe 3.
Actually saw that play call I was asking for there, and you see a stop at the line of scrimmage. So good job by the coaches adjusting, trying to put their kids in the best position to be successful. It's tough psychologically when you're just physically getting outmatched by your opponent. But we have great athletes, especially at that line of scrimmage. If we can just get them moving and shooting gaps, bring a little timely pressure with it off the edge so our middle linebacker can flow to the ball. We're in empty now. Watch that middle pass. We talked about that with the middle linebacker. Drop and find the space, Ezra.
Camerlinga tackles him immediately. That's Arsenault on the far side of the field.
Camerlinga is an outside linebacker, so for him to expand all the way outside the numbers to make a tackle that didn't successfully get the first down, it's an excellent play by JJ right there. He's a young man I'm really proud of. He's really matured nicely this season. He's really rose to be a leader on this defense, even though he's a junior. This ball's going to the – yep.
They go 3 backs. Inside the red zone is LSA on their opening drive, and an impressive opening drive to start the second half.
They're almost 100% to the right when they do that, handing it to either 33 or 13. Again, pretty predictable out of certain formations, not all their formations, but that T formation, which you just saw there, that's what they like to do, either double lead outside, which is what you saw, or right off tackle. It's really hard to stop even when you know it's coming just because of the brute size of the ball carrier and the guys blocking for him. The split back, look for a cross action here, Kevin. He's going to cross in front of the quarterback, both of them.
Split backs for Jeffrey. Handoff Robinson, and he'll get into the end zone. And an easy touchdown there for LSA.
Kind of like Bloodhounds figured out last year, you know, when you split your best player out, it's harder to get him the ball. That's why we put 84 in the backfield, and that's why the Pioneers put 2 in the backfield on that play. It's a lot easier to either snap it to him or just hand it to him, and that way you can get your most talented athlete the ball more often. Good run, good block, good touchdown there.
The extra point is on the way.
There's no signs to think the Bloodhounds are going to pull off the miraculous. So Lutheran's going to advance, and they're going to play the winner of Second Baptist and the district champions from their district, which is the Woodlands. I don't know the score of that game. I'm kind of interested. I kind of think Second Baptist is going to upset Woodlands. They got their quarterback healthy. I know they had some quarterback health issues in their regular season, but I think, you know, they're healthy. They got 2 really outstanding interior defensive linemen, 1 great offensive lineman that should be playing at big schools. I know we faced them last year on this very field, so that's going to be a great matchup. I think when the quarterback was out for Second Baptist, this Pioneer team beat them. But they played that Woodland district champion team really tight, only falling short to them by, I think, less than 5 points, maybe a 4-point deficit. So even though these Pioneer fans drove all the way from Houston and weren't blessed with a good football game tonight, I expect to have a great football game next week between either of those 2 opponents for an inter-district semifinal game to decide who goes on to play All Saints. I don't think Fort Worth Christian's beating All Saints tonight. Sorry, Fort Worth Christian. But I think your state championship game could very well be a Second Baptist or this team versus All Saints.
Vega takes it to the 10, out to the 20-yard line. Mal Vega still on his feet, out to the 40-yard line, and he stepped out of bounds at about the 37. But
nothing I love to see more, Kevin, sorry to interrupt, is a young man fighting his tail off when the score is 35-0. What a great return and great blocking by that kickoff return team. You know, when I was scouted coming out of high school and again out of college, I was told personally by both scouting teams, they looked to try to find games where the score was not in, our favor and to see how I was playing in those moments. There's a few scouts here, too. I saw one from Houston. You better believe they're going to pay attention to the guys in white and how they play with pride in this lopsided game. Look at this formation, Kevin. Everybody's to the right of the center except for 3 receivers to the left. They've got double passes out of this, which is what's probably coming. And should have ran instead of just launch it. Another bad play. And this is what I'm talking about. Won't call anybody out on the air, but there's some people in white that want the game to be over now, and there's some people in white that like the season to continue. It's unfortunate when you find yourself on a team with 2 totally different mindsets. Would have liked to seen SA run that, and it was definitely an option. Saw them run that play last night. It's a run-pass option. Threw it into double coverage into their best player. Braden, number 2, invariably intercepted and returned it approximately 60 yards across the field. Mental mistake is what that absolutely was on first down. If it's not there, just take what they give you. Unfortunate decision by the senior captain.
Now LSA will look to add to their lead.
Great job, Andre Cristiano and Reed Starkey. Both senior captains fighting their tail off. See what Reed does there when the guy in front of him blocks down, we call that closing the gate. What Reed's got to do, or defensive end's got to do, he's got to look inside because somebody's coming to kick him out. And then what you want to do is rip and wrong shoulder him. What that's going to do is clog up the puller behind him, and it's going to force the ball carrier to bounce into an unblocked area, which Andre was there to make the ready tackle. That's how you eliminate those counter two pulling offensive plays. Going to the left. Fumble, opportunity.
And it is recovered by the Bloodhounds, and the first mistake made by LSA. St. Joe recovers that loose ball. That's Cristiano.
Another thing that really makes me proud, Andre Cristiano playing like a Cristiano, not looking at the scoreboard, playing with heart, executing his duties. Him and Reed Starkey were around the ball at the right time.
18-yard line.
You know, it's also difficult to play in the team that's winning by 35 points, you know. You, too, just want to get out of this game healthy, and you, too, are probably thinking about next week's opponent. And so you set yourself up to make mental errors when that's your mindset. Psychology of sport. Those outside throws were working for us in the end of that first half. Izzy just couldn't find a space to run downhill. He's a big boy playing with a torn labrum. That's a matchup the coaches liked. We talked about at halftime. Let's see if we can't get Izzy the ball down the field a little bit as we push it probably here. There we go. I like this. Get the kids some success. Regardless of who wins or loses, you want to go down fighting. We are called the Fighting Bloodhounds after all, and that's got to mean something when you're wearing red and white. And right now in offense, I think it does.
Hands it off right side.
So proud of Andre Cristiano, having himself actually a pretty good game on the defense and offense. Gotten a lot of carries tonight, and I think he's probably averaging about 5 yards a pop. Which is a testament to this offensive line that brings in 3 new starters this year.
St. Joe going tempo. Gonal in and out of his hands and nearly intercepted.
Great effort there by Izzy getting to the open space. You know, not a lot of kids want to catch a ball over the middle. We kind of saw that in the first half. Izzy absolutely did. Just couldn't come up with it there. Ran a great route. Good, timely throw by Gavin Cisneros. Just couldn't convert on the second down, bringing up 3rd and 2. It's going to be a legal formation. We're just having the jitters, it looks like. Definitely trying to get the ball to Izzy, which we should. We have a favorable matchup there. But I don't think we were lined up correctly offensively. Wouldn't be a false start because they would have killed the play. And if it is a false start, then we should get another shot at third down. That's going to be third down regardless because they're going to accept the penalty. I think they're all trying to figure out what I'm talking about right now. Was it a legal procedure or was it an illegal formation? Either which, it's going to be third down and approximately 8.
Third and 7.
Never get that right. I always get it wrong with the yardage. Kevin, this has been a treat this year. I want to thank you for having me up here, man.
Incomplete pass, 4th down coming up.
A lot of juice on that ball. I like to see maybe a little softer pass there as the punt team runs on. But back to my point, it's really cool. You know, I mean, this game's going to end and obviously end for my kid and a lot of other seniors, but we've created some content that we'll enjoy for years to come, and I really appreciate being a small part of that. You got an amazing team, and I don't even think we've given any of them a shout-out here, Kevin. You want to –
let's get that in. We got full
You
crew.
traveled deep. Yeah, I'd say a full
crew.
cruise here.
Yeah, so first off, a special thank you to Miss Melissa Valadez and our school administration for allowing the students to come out and really just really finish what they started. You know, these kids worked here hard all year long throughout the football season, so a special thank you to all our admin back at home for allowing the students
thank you guys.
to make this trip and make this possible. So our playoff crew here tonight, starting with our photographers, Miss Emma Alvarez, who's been handling the social media, Gali Martinez, Mateo Castro, Sara Luna, and Miss Clara Frady. Our broadcasting crew tonight on the cameras is Fernando Hernandez and Miranda Carpio. Our engineer tonight is Miss Regina Garza, and our game day coordinator, Miss Mariana Gonzalez Baez. So full crew here tonight in San Antonio. It's the first time we've been able to do that in Bloodhound Media, and the kids have done an exceptional job, and everything you're seeing being done here live is all by the kids. Coach and I just
Sit back and talk.
Sit back and talk, and the kids are the ones that are
Doing
pushing,
all the work.
Yeah, doing all the work, pushing all the buttons, and making this broadcast possible.
You know, as the Pioneers start that drive with an 8-yard run, I'll add to that, Kevin, by saying, you know what, you know, these young people, ladies and boys, they go out there and they're out on their own. Like, they're not in this studio with us. We have one with us, Reggie, on the switchboard, but everybody else is out on the field, in the stands, surrounded by adults for the opposing team, having to interact with the officials and opposing coaches. It's not an easy thing they do, and they do it so well with such professionalism. I'm really proud of our Bloodhound Media team that you lead, Kevin.
Absolutely. That is going to be an incomplete pass. So while football season may be coming to an end, we got some basketball going on tomorrow down at the Los Fresnos tournament as they wrap that up. Tuesday, it'll be the Lucio Bowl as Hannah comes in to take on St. Joe. And then Friday, the Lady Bloodhounds will be back in action at PSJ North. And on Saturday, Coach Lucio will take on the Santa Rosa Warriors back at home in the Dome. So we're going to make the transition into basketball. Shout out to our soccer team last night. They picked up an 11-1 win against Marine Military
New
Academy.
head coach there.
Edward Rojas. The new era of soccer officially underway at Canales Field, and that 11-1 win as LSA gets a first down and more. Abel Duran was the player of the game. Freshman, 4 goals on the night. Johnny Cardona knocked in a hat trick. He's a senior, so good start for that soccer team.
Yeah, welcome to the family, Coach. Still miss Coach Tavar. Good friend, great coach. Look forward to having lunch with him someday again soon. Good luck to Lucio and Moreno's teams. Already well off in their basketball respective seasons. Going to pick up several basketball players after tonight's game.
On the carry, number 13, Taylor. Personal foul, face mask called against the Bloodhounds. First down.
Face mask was the call there to see who was on.
Ball spotted at the Bloodhound 19-yard line.
So LSA continuing to move downfield. Taken down to the 14-yard line.
Jesus Socio having himself a really good game, too. He's got a favorable matchup in the interior defensive line for the Bloodhounds. He's really having his way with the guard for the Pioneer team. Had a great batted ball on the other side of the field in this drive. See, they moved Axel Gonzalez into defensive tackle. Again, we're outweighed at that position by probably 100 pounds, giving up several inches. It's a tall task for the young man.
Hand this off right up the middle.
Good job by Andre and Reed Starkey.
Carson Rocha, he's getting a couple of carries tonight.
Yeah, that time of the game where Coach Meekins is going to spread the love.
First and goal for the Pioneers.
Well, we scored 41 on them last year. I see them at least matching, if not exceeding, that point spread. The question will be, will the Bloodhounds get into the end zone tonight? Again, hats off to this Pioneer team. They've really done a great job in just a year's time of getting this team state competitive. I see them having a shot, you know, of possibly pulling up a win. And it wouldn't be an upset if they play Second Baptist. They've already beat them once this year. I think they beat a team without their quarterback, but we'll find out. There's no way to see that score. Guess I could look.
Yeah. The clock winding down, $1:30 here in the third quarter. Now, I believe if LSA gets the touchdown, it will be at 42 points. I believe that's when
Clock
you catch
runs.
that, that running clock.
Quarterback keep for Jeffrey. Another stop by number 78, Osio, for the Bloodhounds. Third and goal to go.
Third and goal for LSA. Rolling out to his right, looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and run, and Cristiano.
Run out of bounds, yeah, by Andre Cristiano. Sorry there, Kev. Good job stretching the play. Good job by the defensive backs holding down the secondary as the field goal team comes on the field for the Pioneers.
For the Pioneers.
It's a dirty switchboard you got there, bud.
It's got a lot of miles.
It does. It does. Well, moral victory, I guess, getting a stop. First one of the night. Or was it the second one? I think we got to turn it over on downs. Yeah.
They turned it over on downs in that first half. And the field goal is up, and it's good. 38-0 when we come back.
Condos, resorts, and hotels. Oh my! Book your summer getaway today and start making memories poolside with the people you care about most. Visit sopadre.com.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Welcome back. Second Baptist leads 7-6. It's an updated score there.
They're going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to win, and I think they're going to get payback on this Lutheran South team that finds himself without their QB1.
Switched. First time they met up, Second Baptist didn't have their
But really, I just think it's the trenches, man. That's a game I'd love to go to because this big offensive line's getting ready to go against a really big defensive line. It's going to be a war next week.
Yeah. Back comes Cisneros. Quick pass to Escamilla. He makes the catch. Kicks it to the outside.
Catch a run for number 3, Ezekiel Escamilla. Run out of bounds by Pioneer defender number 25, Jack Sloan.
I mean, it looked like a good hit. I don't know. They thought there was helmet to helmet. SA was definitely staying in bounds, fighting for every yard.
Against the Pioneers.
I got to give a shout out to this Pioneer football team. They're not only a good football team, they show a lot of class. Night.
On the carry, number 1, Cristiano. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for the Bloodhounds.
As the Bloodhounds look like they're going to get this snap off before the third quarter expires, still trying to fight to find that end zone. QB1 keeps it, turning over the right side, fighting for every yard, moving the chains. When this clock rolls after they set the chains, we will find ourselves in the fourth quarter, Kevin.
All right, so we head to the fourth, 38-0 when we come back.
Career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Fourth quarter, and off we go. Quick pass to Escamilla.
Good catch there by SA, the senior captain, in the middle of the field.
On reception, number 3, Ezekiel Escamilla. Brought down by Pioneer defender number 20.
Good sportsmanship shown by SA too. Inadvertently threw the ball in the back of the head of the defensive end, trying to get it to the official. Doesn't look like the offense was set yet.
False start called against the Bloodhounds.
Another mental error. Seems like we started the season that way and want to finish the season that way.
May play. After the mark-off, it'll be second and 8.
14 seniors, you said?
14.
For a team that dressed 31 players, that's almost half your team's going to be gone. Coach Villarreal and staff have their work cut out for them, bringing up a young group and filling what will be invariably a lot of holes in this back-to-back district champion and back-to-back area champion senior class. Those were our goals when we set out this season.
3rd and 3, and Andre picks up the first down. And obviously, you know, the big question mark is going to be the quarterback position, but there's a lot of other positions that, you know, you look, you know, Esse, they had Izzy out on you know, at the perimeter, you know, Cristiano, Andre, you know, out of the backfield, and along that offensive line, you know, with Carlos Luna, Jesus Ocio, you know, be a lot of holes that this team is going to need to fill.
There is, and you're right, none more glaring than QB1. But there's some quarterbacks in our region that would love to play for Tino Villarreal. I think we are 4 quarterbacks now that's won the Ford Texas Player of the Week. Very prestigious state recognition. I think we're the only school in the Valley that's ever got it once, let alone getting it 4 times.
Well, Trevor Spates.
Oh, forgive me, yeah. The running
Trevor
back from
Spates
McAllen.
won one, and recently the defensive back from Edinburgh Vella won one.
Defensive back.
Yeah, he had 6 interceptions in one game.
Wow.
For Edinburgh Vella. So.
Well, forgive me, McAllen Memorial, right?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, you know.
Spates was good. He went to Stanford, I think.
He went to Stanford, yeah. Valley's all-time rushing leader, but 2 guys in the RGV, and then the other 4 all reside in St. Joe, so that's a pretty nice feather in Coach Tino's hat.
So to that point, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there. Apply now. Tests are this fall. St. Joseph Academy's looking for their next quarterback and Texas Ford Player of the Week candidate. Who wouldn't want to play for this coach?
Just over 9 minutes in this ball game. Cristiano still running hard. Andre takes it inside the 10.
Good job by his buddy Reed Starkey on the block, and Tunde also on a good block. With Carlos Luna downfield executing another block, making that into a big play. We find ourselves on the cusp of finding the end zone for the first time. Pioneers still have their starters out.
Trips left. Cisneros quickly gets it to Tunde. And Tunde is going to be marked out at the 1-yard line.
Good touchdown saving tackle there by Noah Harris, number 8, senior defensive back for the Pioneer football team. Brings up 2nd and goal from the inch-yard line. Tush-push time, maybe. They got a big nose. I don't think they subbed him out, though.
And Cristiano
fights for the touchdown, and deservingly so. Young man's had a great game tonight. Glad he found the end zone one last time, representing the great Cristiano name. Again, they've got what will be when Annette graduates. They'll have 4 kids that graduate from St. Joseph Academy. Both mom and dad graduated from St. Joseph Academy. Big part of the boosters in all things St. Joe. Congratulations for raising good young people. Got little Lou in attendance tonight. Came up from – or down from Austin. Boy, he was fun to watch, wasn't
he? Yep.
Lucas Cristiano played on some really impressive football teams.
And the extra point is blocked. 38-6.
Well, last year's final was 40-14. This year's score 38-6. You know what they say about paybacks.
Oh yeah. Back with more when we come back.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career.
Welcome back. That ball will go out of bounds.
You know, Kevin, I would like to give a special shout out to a friend of the program and the father of a senior, Patricio Garza's dad, Alvaro Garza, who was in a motorcycle accident recently. Had surgery recently on his leg that was damaged in the accident. Now he's okay, thank God. But I'm just asking that the St. Joe faithful would say a prayer for the Garza family, specifically Alvaro. Brother, I hope you recover quickly and you're back on that motorcycle again. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you and your family. Boy, I tell you, coaching Patricio was one of the joys of my brief coaching career at St. Joseph Academy. And obviously Patricio couldn't join his senior teammates because of a back injury that he sustained, but really proud of the way that he showed up and supported the team as a manager and really gotten himself in shape. He's running marathons now, or 5Ks, I should say. He's working up towards a marathon. Proud of that boy and thinking of that family tonight.
Handoff right side, big hole for Pioneers. First down and then some for Carson Rocha.
Freshman carrying the ball there. As they start to sub in some of those kids that made the trip to get them some meaningful playing time. Again, hats off to Coach Meekins. Such a class act. Got a chance to spend some time with him on the 50-yard line before this game. Runs an incredible program, has really transformed this team in a matter of 1 year. They had a good team last year, but they have a great team this year. You're seeing that displayed on the field tonight. They struggled a little bit against San Antonio Christian. They made some mental errors in there and didn't perform at their best, but they've obviously cleaned things up in a matter of a week, and they're primed and ready for a semifinal game against either Second Baptist or the Woodlands.
Roach on the carry. Brought down by Bloodhound defenders number 14, Lozano and Vega. First down, Pioneers.
First down for LSA. Another volleyball team was a state runner-up. This year they were quite the volleyball team. Last year the soccer team met LSA in the first round.
Well, this school does exist in Houston. I think they have a few athletes in that town.
Just under 7 minutes to go. And a flag comes in the secondary.
Robinson on the carry, brought down by Bloodhound defender number 14, Lozano.
17-13, Second Baptist is up.
Did I call it?
Called it.
What quarter?
See if I can get that here.
Holding call against the
All Saints Second Baptist is going to be your state championship.
Yeah, they're playing in Hempstead. How about that?
I don't know where that's at, Kevin.
It's a neighboring city up in the Bryan College Station area. That game is in the second quarter, Coach. It's approaching halftime.
Yeah, I imagine they're throwing the ball a little bit more than we did tonight, and they might have kicked off at 7:30.
Ball placed at the Bloodhound 34-yard line. Let's make it the 33-yard line.
Dropping back to pass, all day to throw. Still has time, and he flips it over the top. Was that caught? Yes, it was.
You're not going to see much more of an impressive catch than that. Defender S.A. Escamilla all over the receiver. but somehow finds a way. You know, when you have that much time to throw the ball, you can make miraculous plays like that.
Pioneers, first and goal to go.
Again, you can't give out 5 necklaces, I don't guess, but this offensive line is impressive. The time they're giving their quarterback, the ability they have to move the line of scrimmage, open up gaping holes. It's really disheartening when you're up against teams so physical. Great tackle by Reed Starkey. Coming off the block to make a tackle, still fighting his tail off.
Rocha on that carry, just over 6 minutes. The clock just continuing to wind down, 38-6. I want to thank all the fans for tuning in all year long, the faithful. You know, we know people love to come out to the games, but, you know, they also love to watch their Bloodhounds, and I know we got a lot of good compliments. I ran into Ray Cisneros last night.
Coach Ray.
Yeah, we'll stay on air here. We'll give them our fans their flowers. And Coach Ray said, "Man, I love going to the games, but I tell you what, I'd rather just stay home and listen to you and Coach Starkey." So
love Coach Ray. Does a lot of good things for our program. Former Bloodhound himself.
Yep.
State champion.
Yeah, Ray Cisneros, the son, was a state champion. He was El Portero. He was the goalie the last couple of years for St. Joe. His brother Emmy is now on the team.
I get my Rays confused. I said Coach Ray, thinking of our track coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a state champion.
Son is a state champion as a goalie. He graduated last year, correct?
Yeah, Coach Ray Cisneros, yeah.
Yeah, Ray's a good friend. That's a high compliment from a good man, good family. Went to school with Reed all through St. Mary's until he graduated last year.
Yeah. So the younger brother's playing soccer now. Coach Teddy Lopez, he's an avid follower. You know, he's a St. Joe alum. Vic Avila, Trey Martinez, everyone back home in Brownsville, all of our administration. Mr. Joe LaJudas, Jolo, I know he's always watching. Eric Gonzalez, you know, Coach Dolores Olguin, she was anxious to watch the game tonight. So everyone loves to watch the Bloodhounds, and thank you for following us all year long.
Yeah, thanks for your support, guys. It really means a lot to the kids to know that you're watching and supporting all their efforts. It's not easy to play this game, but I got to tell you, as the time winds down in a mismatch, to see the fight in some of these Bloodhounds. Andre Cristiano on another tackle there. Susocio in the backfield again. Yeah, I just love seeing the spirit of an athlete in a game that's, out of touch. There's no quit in some of these Bloodhounds, and it's a pleasure to watch them. It's been a privilege to call these games and sit next to you, Kevin, for a year. We've created some good content here that I'll enjoy with my family for years to come. It's been a privilege to actually just to be a Bloodhound, Long time ago, I taught Reed how to cast a fishing rod in the lakes that surround that campus, dreaming of just an opportunity to attend such a prestigious school. As the Pioneers score yet again. And as God would have it, and a lot of generous people in a time where Larky and I couldn't afford to attend such an institution, God made a way through a lot of generosity. And a lot of those people like to remain anonymous, but there's a lot of people in our community and our alumni that like giving opportunities to families like mine and many other families that are privileged to go to such an institution of academia that has incredible teachers and faculty and staff and great alumnus. We don't win all the games, but I think we win at life, and I think that the character that's instilled and the discipline that is refined through sports such as football or volleyball or cross country, track, baseball, basketball, it really adds to the full rounding educational experience for the young student athletes, and I really think we do it at a high level. I've been blessed to be all around this country and be involved in this sport in many different states and cities. I'm really proud to call our family a Bloodhound family, and I'm excited to see my son walk and graduate. It's a heck of an accomplishment for anyone that graduates from this institution. So, yeah, big shout-out to all the alumni and all the people that support this program, this school, and this vision, this Marist vision of helping others.
You wrap up the careers too. Guys like Gavin Cisneros, who arrived at St. Joe. Izzy Cano. SS Camilla, all the things that they've done. Carlos Luna.
So proud of Carlos Luna. Really rose up and played on both sides of the ball. His dad loves blowing up the family chat, on game day, along with all those other parents, S.A.'s mom is running the boosters, and the Cano family does incredible things for these kids. Even the junior class, parents, and Aguilar's mom making sure they are never hungry at halftime and all the supplements are there. And the families that support us from afar, from Mexico, Ocio's going to graduate, a bloodhound, and they've added so much to this bloodhound family. And as the young ones like Mauricio Vega come in, it's a nice little tradition that we've created with that community as well in Monterey, running a program in a school that's so attractive that even national students want to come and reside here and attend here and be a bloodhound. It's really something special that Tino Villarreal has built. I met him when he was just a coordinator at this school years ago. Always had a lot of respect, not just for how he coached the game, but how he raised young men. And that's why it's a privilege to have my son in this program for the 4 years he's been in it, because of what Tino stands for. Also a commissioner for our great city of Brownsville. Does great things for the whole city now at that capacity.
Quick screen, and Gano hurdles a man.
Nice play there by Izzy. What other seniors are we forgetting? There's also the seniors that have been such great role players, that might not got in the game as much, like Bones, man. I love Bones.
Yeah.
Or Rod got some great playing time in Austin Regents, and he's the younger brother of a young man I coached, played center for me on the offensive line.
Damian Mendoza,
Fireman, also played a lot of important minutes, especially in the game that we came back and won in Corpus Christi. Yep. Damian was a big part of that victory.
Pablo Escobar
also coached his older brother, has played incredible minutes and rotating in at the defensive line. Great family. Nobody cooks a better burger, I think, than Pablo's dad. Sebastian came and played this year to finish out his career. Coached him in middle school and when he was young, and then he came out. And nobody leads the fourth quarter chance more than Sebastian.
Yep.
And it's really hard to be that kid, and I want to speak to that a little bit more. Some of those kids that we just mentioned don't get on the field as much, but they haven't missed a practice. They haven't missed a workout. They've never been late to anything. They always have a smile on their face. They're always cheering their teammates. It says a lot about the character of those young men that don't get to play as much as maybe some of the other seniors, to be just a stand-up teammate and a good friend. Their parents drive here too. I saw, Bones' dad here saying to go in there and give him a big pep talk at halftime, and unfortunately the pep talk I gave wasn't good enough to make this comeback, but just want to celebrate all the senior families. As time winds down, I'm going to sign off here a little prematurely, Kevin. Thank you again for everything. I love you, man. I respect what you do for this program. My story. His dad got to watch his son. I sat right next to him. You've made a lot of great memories for our family and a lot of families. But it's time for me to go be dad.
Yeah, go for it.
And console some of these seniors that's played their last game in the red and white. But I love you, buddy, and thank you for letting me be a part of this,
okay? Coach. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's Coach Jason Starkey signing off for the year, as we're going to wrap things up here from San Antonio. 2.5 minutes left in this one. Cisneros flips it wide open, caught at the 30. That's Escamilla out to the 20-yard line. We're going to take a time here, and we're going to show our crew there. Special thank you to all of them for all their hard work that they did all year long. Cisneros will go to his left, still on his feet. 2-minute warning. Back with more when we come back.
Your program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Sunny Glen Children's Home has provided a place of hope for every child since 1936. If you'd like more information on Sunny Glen and the services we offer, please visit us at www.sunnyglen.org.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs.
After the timeout, shout out to Coach Sammy Lucio. He's always tuning in when he's not in the press box, helping out Coach Tino. Boys basketball team, they got their matchup tomorrow against San Benito. And they will pivot to Brownsville, Hannah on Tuesday as, again, we make that transition into the basketball and soccer season. In other words, the winter sports. So while this will be our final football broadcast, we will still carry the games for you as always.
Quarterback 8 for number 15, Cisneros.
It's been a good year
First and goal
for
the
St.
Bloodhounds.
Joe, considering just how many the adversity they had to go through, and we're still able to get that district championship. Like Coach Starkey said, these guys have put in so much work. Really, the season started when we made that trip up to Camp Maxwell. All the way through two-a-days, scrimmages, non-district, the trip up to Regents, the trip up to Carroll, trip down in Edinburgh, at Sachs. Bloodhound offense just looking to end on a strong note here. Mauricio Vega carries it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Again, a special thank you to our administration for all the support all year and allowing Bloodhound Media to come down here to San Antonio as St. Joe finds their way into the end zone for the Bloodhound touchdown. Our broadcasting crew tonight, our photographers, Emma Alvarez, Galilea Martinez, Mateo Castro, Sara Luna, Clara Frady. Our broadcasting crew up top, Fernando Hernandez and Miss Miranda Carpio operating the camera. Our engineer tonight, Miss Regina Garza, and our game day operator, Miss Mariana Gonzalez Baez. Again, a special thank you to our Bloodhound Media crew for making all the football broadcasts possible all year long, as Mao will ease his way in for the 2-point try. 37 seconds when we come back.
It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
There's no place like Sherryland ISD returning students need to district work here, learn here, or tuition-based enrollment. Register now. Call 956-584-6408. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
summer, it's time for mimosas and brunch with the girls. A beachside lunch with the kiddos. Delicious Bayside burgers. And world-famous fried shrimp with a cold one. South Padre Island has your breakfast, lunch, and dinner plans covered. Book your summer getaway today. Visit So.
So a kneel down here should do it.
Flag on the play. First and 10, Pioneer ball. At their own 44-yard line.
And we're going to get the kneel down, and that's going to do it. Lutheran South is going to exact revenge after last year's loss in the postseason to St. Joe. They're going to win this football game 45-14 is going to be the final. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in all year long to Bloodhound football as we wrap things up here from San Antonio. Again, special thank you to Coach Jason Starkey for providing the color commentary all year long. Had a lot of fun. As LSA wins this one, they're moving on to play the winner between Second Baptist and the Woodlands Christian. Final score, 45-14. On behalf of myself, Kevin Naro, Coach Tino Villarreal, signing off from the Alamo City, saying so long and good night.